All right, so I had to repeat this video. It didn't save because I don't know, the Wi-Fi didn't go through, But anyway, so I wanted to encourage, and I really want my dad, Robert F. Kennedy, to run for the mayor of New York City, I'm RFK, for mayor. I'm like, oh, yeah. Hold on. I was eating those Post Malone. Anyway, so because Andrew Cuomo said he was running for mayor, and I do like the guy, and I wanted him to be president, But yeah, he did kill those old ladies in the nursing home, and he didn't stick too well in Washington D.C. Uh, he he ain't the sticker type. He didn't stick to his sticker. Didn't stick to his label. Didn't stick too well in Washington D.C. Um, he got in that bandwagon, and it was like a car full of southern immigrants, like Mexicans in a car in East LA, and he found all of them, and they said, "You're not part of our clan, so you have to leave, But he didn't say, well, he was. I have him read if he was running independent, Republican, or for the Democrat ticket, And I know Curtis Silva, but I want my dad to run, I want everybody to see my dad, Anyway, because he didn't stick too well in Washington, and now that whole thing that his wife's coming to Katie Hochul, and his brother still haven't taken me out to eat at least papaya grid or something, or I like Sbarro, so I know he's a little frugal, but I wanted to meet him, and see if he's a nice person or not, And he doesn't want to take me out. Anyway, I don't even know where the guy is at. Anyway, I heard he was in San Francisco, living. I'm not quite sure. Not in the basement upstate. Well, everybody got COVID, I think Tony was inviting him to his COVID party. He said, in the basement. At the salon. Anyway. Tony's another message because when I went over my 10 minutes before. New York City has many emergency shelters, and this is our campaign today. I'm introducing the shelter thing. New York City has many emergency shelters, including more than 210 sites that have housed over 170,000 migrants. We don't care about the migrants, don't count because the migrants, we're fighting a war with them right now. Queens has the most homeless shelters in the city, with housing up to 26,305 people in shelters. Brooklyn has about the same number of shelter homeless people than the Bronx, with 22,619 in the Bronx and 20,217 people in Brooklyn, and over 16 and Staten Island doesn't. I don't know if they have anything, but that doesn't matter. And January 2024 on the 51 number. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. All right. In 2023, New York City's homeless budget included $3.5 billion for the Department of Homeless Services, DHS, and $508 million for city FEPS. I call it FEPS, so it's FHAPEPS. Anyway, who did that book? Una Morena. Una Morena. Okay. You can just put city helps now or something, FEPS. You don't need all that, too technical. And related programs. The DHS budget was larger than the previous year's budget due to the asylum workers or whatever. So my explanation today, how much money we have left of that, I'm going to ask the mayor of New York City in the email. On the 2023, DHS budget was $3.5 billion, which was $1.1 billion more than the previous year. I'm out of breath. The increase was due to funding for asylum seekers. City FEPS is a program that they use, and they house you, and they give you they give you a greater amount, and they say you had another amount. It was two different amounts, And then what they do is roommate situations. Now those roommate like hostage situations. Sometimes you got an old gay man, and then you got a little young Black American boy, and then he can't have friends over. He invites a young guy that likes the Black American guy over, and then he say he can't have him, and he's his dealer, or they share drugs, or they do this, and it's like girls. She brings the guy over, but she don't like black guys. The other girl like she's smoking crack. The black guy like crack, smokes crack, and she likes having sex with him, and it's a hostage situation. You don't understand? I've seen it all. Sometimes there's a little boy in the studio, and he's taking transgender medication because he thinks that they was gonna help him. Put him in front of the line to get one of these vouchers and one of the nice apartments, the private ones, and they went through the transition. A whole jungle in New York City. This is what's going on for real. Uh, on illegal immigrant using a dead person's information to get one of these, and he's stuck with a Mexican drinking beer with his friends, seven buddies, and on the floor all night after they come out from waitering and being busboys at a brown show or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is what's going on in New York City Congress and Washington D.C. All right. And then you go to another room that in Fail Street, and I hang out with my buddy there, and then he has Chapo Rosario's biological son living there, and he wanted to hit me, and he stole my cell phone, and he's talking about that he wants to punch me in the face and all this, and he's in training medication, and he wants and he wants to show me that he's the man in the relationship, but he has a girl hairdo, and I kept calling her the whole entire time. This is sickening. We can't treat our people like this. You don't know I'm the real child. Anyway, anyway, he's bitter at me because my mom put him in that monitor complex psychiatric ward 7 times. He's the only one that's been there more than once. It's not even open for like 7 months. Anyway, the one in the Watergate complex. It's the Watergate complex or the Waters place. My mom named it Water Street Waters place because she dedicated it after the Watergate complex. Waters place, Watergate. It's Watergate's place now. We own the Watergate complex building. Um, Waters Street, Waters place. I don't know. She has a little hotel there. All right, New York City has many emergency Okay, no, we did all this. I gotta be quick because we're almost done. So my first plan, initial action for my dad, is to start euthanizing homeless people who are not foreseeable to live in the future. A bad bill of health, drug addiction, terminal diseases, alcoholism, criminal records, bad hygiene, disorderly conduct. HIV/AIDS detectable, lack of hygiene, or any transmittable diseases that homeless refuse treatment, and self-choice decisions, like in Oregon, that they want to euthanize themselves because they don't have family, or they're not credit worthy or workable, or they don't plan to do anything with their life. And then we certify that with physicians and the head of the New York City Department of Health, and we proceed to euthanize them at all times, and follow proceed for cremation services, and keep it in record just in case someone ever we have proof that they died, they passed deceased. Also, liquidate or demolish shelter sites, stay homeless centers, leftover hotel demolish them or sell them or liquidate them. The leftover hotel rooms that are available, the hotels, all the hotels except our good hotels, like they'll text us or call somewhere or in the system POS. They let us know by 7 to 10 p.m. what available hotels that they're not gonna sell is available, and we'll purchase those hotel rooms, and we let the homeless stay there from until checkout time from that building, and we'll text or email to check the availability. There's going to be a whole website and they could check in or whatever. We have over 500 buildings in real estate market inventory, apartment buildings from 4 to 10 flight stories, with from 17 units all the way to 107 units. The New York City funds from this, we will use 2 billion of the money, which can generate with current occupants. There's occupants. It's not empty. 200 to 700 million, 50 a million a year, and people start leaving. We create a wait list, and the homeless 7 to 12 months minimum wait list for them to move in. And these are older buildings, and this is just creates over 2,200 jobs in New York City. It will open up the New York City, the City of New York Property Management Department, not NYCHA. It will stop the over economic development of New York City with New York City Housing Connect. A stipend of $1,500 a month, not reported to HR, but from my property management department from New York City, a waiting list, and you can't report that income, and a $10,000 credit from HRA for your moving costs and your furniture. Hopefully now, New York City campaign for the Republican candidate. Let's rise up New York City, the slogan. Let's bring New York City back to the future, the city that never sleeps.